Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to DPWH Camarines Sur first DEO. Today is the bid opening of 5 procurement for goods and 6 infrastructure projects. But before we begin with today's activity, let's have the opening prayer.
God, give us the opportunity to gain from this unity of purpose and will, independent functions of programs and projects in the midst of diverse approaches and friendship. Bless abundant all who are present, so that through this activity you may be granted a mind to know you, a heart to seek you, wisdom to find you, and conduct you, hope of finally realizing our dreams and expectations according to your divine will for the true benefit of our beloved office and the people we serve.
Engineer Roy Elgianan, back member. Miss Maria Arabella A. Fajardo, back DWG member. Engineer Alberto Isaacson, back provisional member. Engineer M. Alturin, back secretariat member. Engineer Maria Lucia Arivejo, back secretariat head. Engineer Clarice A. Maria, back secretariat member. Engineer Sherdan G. Longos, back DWG member. Engineer Julieto Asibara, back DWG member. Engineer A. Adrian Bonavente, back DWG member. Engineer Jens R. Torresta, back secretariat member. Engineer Sheila T. Alvarez, back DWG member. Miss Melinda Coliantes, back DWG member. Engineer Jody R. Martinez, back DWG member. Miss Katrina Marie J. Oropesa, back secretariat member. Miss Rowena S. Neliesca, back PWG member. Mr. R.J.P. Yanga, back secretariat member. Miss Myla G. Floring, COA representative. Engineer Maria Lucia Francia Malu R. Apin, back PWG head. Engineer Patrick Lawrence P. Malagueño, back PWG member. Mr. C.J. Acero from Gacken Philippines Incorporated. Engineer Richard M. Baldon, back member. And yours truly, Janet P. Moraño, back secretariat member. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma'am Janet. Today is April 2, 2025, the bid opening of 5 goods and 6 infrastructure projects. In the presence of our back members, the DWG as well as the back secretariat, our observers and our co-auditor, Mamayla, good morning po. I hereby declare a quorum, and this opening of bids is called to order at exactly 10:09 in the morning. For our first contract details, let's have Sir Roy.
Thank you, Back Chair. Good morning, team. Good morning, Mamayla, Rep. Good morning, visitors and observers. For 25 GFD 0001, supply and delivery of ink, toner, and spare parts for printer and copier for use in various sections for first quarter calendar year 2025, DPWH Camarines Sur first DEO, with approved budget for the contract 2,204,480 pesos. Contract duration at 60 calendar days, with 5,000 pesos for tender documents. Date and time of its opening, April 2, 2025 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Sir Roy. Please be informed that no online submission was made prior to this bid opening. Let's begin with the opening of the document. Time check is 10:10 in the morning. Sir Roy. We have from Gacken Philippines INC.
For loan bidder, we have Gacken Philippines INC composed of the following documents. The technical and then the financial component. For technical component, the original and then the copy. For original, certificate of field jobs are valid until June 22, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date January 3, 1995, mayor's permit expiration date December 31, 2025, tax clearance expiration date September 23, 2025, audited financial statement, as well as the list of ongoing and private contracts, bid securing declaration, the technical specs, duly signed omnibus soil statement, and NFCC.
Let's proceed with the financial document.
For financial documents, composed of the following attachments. The copy and then the original. For original financial component, the bid form, price schedule, with a bid amount of 2,204,141 pesos only. Again, 2,204,141.00. That's all, Bakshi.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. So the bid amount of spread is 2,204,141 pesos only. The variance of negative 0.02% submitted by Nakens Philippines INC. Let us now proceed to our request for quotation for goods. Thank you, Mr. Roy.
For DPWH-RO5-13-5-451.5-2025 03011, printing of newsletter publication for first quarter calendar year 2025 of DPWH Camarines Sur first DEO. Approved budget for the contract at 7,000 pesos. Contract duration 30 calendar days. Date and time of its opening April 2, 2025 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Let's begin with the opening of the document. Time check is 10:15. From Paraphrase book.
We have a long bidder, Paraprint DO, that composed of the following documents. The request for quotation, the registration, SEC, certificate of registration, registration. And you hold on for double checking. As reflected, mayor's permit. Validity until December 31, 2025. With a bid amount of 7,000 pesos only. Again, 7,000.00.
So, the bid at red is 7,000 pesos only. Submitted by Paraprint DEO. So let's proceed with our next RFQ.
For DPWH-RO5-13.5, 451.5, 2025-03-012. Calibration and registration of total station PS09 plus 5-inch R500. Extended maintenance and calibration of Viva GNSS DS18T plus CS30 LTE. Extended maintenance for use in the planning and design section. Approved budget for the contract, 140,000. Contract duration, 60 calendar days. Date and time of bid opening, April 2, 2025 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Now begin to read the quotation. Time check is 10:18 in the morning from Certeza Info System 4. Info 6.
Composed of the following documents. The request for quotation, the certificate of diligence valid until February 26, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date, November 15, 2005. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date September 5, 2025. And then the audited financial statements. With the SEC, the mayor's permit, latest income tax return, and duly signed omnibus sworn statement. With a bid amount of 115,000 pesos only. Again, 115,000.00.
The bid amount of red is 115,000 pesos only with a negative variance of 17.6%, submitted by Certeza Info 4. Let's proceed to our next RFQ.
For DPWH-R05-13.5451.5, 2025-03-013, supply and delivery of Leica accessories and DJI M350 propellers for use in the planning and design section. Approved budget for the contract, 136,000 pesos. Contract duration, 60 calendar days. Date and time of its opening, April 2, 2025 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Let's begin to read. The quotation. Time check is 10:21.
Composed of the following attachment. The request for quotation, the certificate of diligence valid until February 26, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date November 15, 2005. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date September 5, 2025. And audited financial statement, as well as the SEC certificate of registration, the tax clearance, latest ITR, and the duly signed omnibus SOL statement with a bid amount of 133,900 pesos. Again, 133,900.00. That's all, Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. So the bid amount of red is 133,900 pesos only with an variance of negative 1.54% submitted by Sir Terra Infosys 4. Let's proceed to our last RFQ. Sir Roy.
For DPWH-RO513.5451.5 2025-03014, supply of fuel for use in a service vehicle and other equipment of various sections for second quarter calendar year 2025 of DPWH Camarines Sur first DEO. Approved budget for the contract, 693,000 pesos with 60 calendar days for contract duration. Date and time of bid opening, April 2, 2025 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. So we have a lone bidder, Milaor Shell Service Station. Let us now begin to open the document. Time check is 10:24 in the morning.
Composed of the following documents. The copy and then the original. For original, the request for quotation, certificate of field checks valid until November 20, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, a DTI certificate, expiration date September 25, 2025. Mayor's permit, expiration date January 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date August 30, 2025. And then the audited financial statement, as well as the ITR and the duly signed omnibus SOL statement with a bid amount of 691,950 pesos only. Again, 691,950.00. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. So the bid amount of red is 691,950 pesos only, with a variance of negative 0.15% submitted by Milaor Shell Service Station. These documents will be subjected for evaluation of bid and post-qualification of the bidder on April 3 and 4 respectively at 8:30 in the morning. Let us now proceed to the bid opening of our infrastructure project. For the first project details, let's have Sir Roy.
Thank you, Bob Chair. For first project, 25FP0056, construction of coastal road, Barangay Cotmo, Sipocot, Camarines Sur, segment A. Approved budget for the contract, 143,569,032 pesos and 58 centavos. Scope of work, construction of coastal road, contract duration 1236 calendar days, pickup license, B2B2A, original engineering, and tender documents amounting to 50,000 pesos.
Thank you, Sir Roy. Please be advised once again that no bid was made via online submission prior to the schedule of this bid opening. For the eligibility results of 25FD0056 for our participating bidders, let's have Sir Richard to please speak.
Good morning, everyone. For those contract projects, for five projects results for the contract of project 306, for RU applicable construction and development corporation, years permit valid until December 31, 2025. Second registration valid until October 17, 2007. The SPI tax clearance certificate valid until December 12, 2025. Village registration valid until November 19, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until August 15, 2026. Pickup registration valid until August 1, 2027. Work experience pass. Pass. For the second bidder, People Gold Grant Construction Corporation. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. Second registration valid until January 14, 2059. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 6, 2025. Project registration valid until January 10, 2026. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until October 23, 2025. Pickup registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience pass, FCC pass. And for the next bidder, new bid for J Construction INC. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. Site registration valid until January 18, 2008. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until March 4, 2026. Village registration valid until June 10, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until June 29, 2026. Pickup registration valid until May 18, 2026. Work experience pass. FCC pass. For the next bidder, Spring Start Construction and Supply. There's permit valid until December 31, 2025. PPI valid until June 4, 2027. PI tax clearance certificate valid until May 24, 2025. Village registration valid until June 3, 2025. And for the Class B participation, 100%. Pickup license valid until November 25, 2026. Pickup registration valid until August 10, 2026. Work experience pass. Paid work experience for street construction. Paid. This one, work experience category does not match to the contract profile for major work. FCC pass. That's all.
Thank you, Sir Richard. Let's call on Sir Dexon for the retrieval of the document. Let's begin the bid opening for 25 FT0056. Time check is 10:33 in the morning. Sir Lloyd.
Thank you, Bob Chair. For first bidder, for 25X0056, we have R.U. Aquino, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy. For original, the technical and financial. For technical, certificate of bills valid until November 19, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date October 17, 2007. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date December 12, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date August 15, 2026. As well as the list of ongoing projects, the SLCC, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, the key personnel with the equipment, duly signed omnibus sign statement, and NFCC. For the second bidder, we have Goldrap, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy. For original, the technical and financial. For technical, certificate of bills valid until January 10, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date February 8, 2006. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date October 23, 2025, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid securing a declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with the equipment, duly signed omnibus sword statement, and NFCC. For the new Big 4J construction, composed of the following documents. The copy and then the original. For original, the technical and then the financial. For technical, certificate of bills valid until June 10, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date January 18, 2008. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date March 4, 2026. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date June 29, 2026. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid security declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with the equipment, duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and NFCC.
Let's now proceed to the opening of financial documents.
For the first bidder, Ario Aquino with the financial attachment. The bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 143,068,060 pesos only. Again, 143,068,060.00 and no discount offered. For default gold wrap composed of financial components. The bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 140,970,433 pesos and 88 centavos only. Again, 140,970,433.88 and no discount offered. For new bid 4J, for the financial proposal composed of the following attachment. Bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 140,697,651 pesos and 93 centavos only. Again, 140,697,651.93 and no discount offered. That's all, Max.
Thank you, Sir Roy. The lowest bid amount as read is 140,697,651 pesos and 93 cents only, with a negative variance of 2%, submitted by new bid 4J Construction ISP. Let us now proceed to our next contract.
For second project, 25FD0072, construction of coastal road Bolo section, Barangay Cotmo, Sipocot, Camarines Sur. Approved budget for the contract, 142,408,979 pesos and 58 centavos. Scope of works, construction of coastal road. Contract duration, 235 calendar days. Pickup license B to medium A for general engineering and 50,000 pesos for tender documents.
Thank you, Sir Roy. Now let's have Sir Richard to please see the visibility report of our participating pages based from TWH.
For the feasibility results for which I FG002. Yeah, the first period, HGD Builders and Supply. Bills permit valid until December 31, 2005. DPI valid until August 24, 2028. Tax clearance certificate valid until May 27, 2025. Index registration valid until 2026. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until March 29, 2027. Pickup registration valid until June 14, 2027. Work experience pass. FCC pass. The second bidder, People Gold Construction Corporation. Bills permit valid until December 31, 2025. Check registration valid until January 14, 2059. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 6, 2025. Bridges registration valid until January 10, 2026. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until October 23, 2025. Pickup registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience pass. LCC pass. And for the third bidder, RT Talent Construction and Grading. Years permit valid until December 31, 2025. PPI valid until April 17, 2027. PIL tax clearance certificate valid until March 14, 2026. Purchase registration valid until August 13, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until July 19, 2025. Pickup registration valid until July 12, 2025. Work experience pass. FCC pass. With the fourth and last bidder, Just Builders. Years permit valid until December 31, 2025. DPI valid until July 16, 2028. PIR tax clearance certificate valid until July 17, 2026. Purchase registration valid until July 5, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until December 11, 2025. Pickup registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience pass. FCC pass.
First, let's call on recurring section assistance with the Viva network. Let's begin with the bid opening. Time check is 10:46.
For 25 FD0072, for first bidder, SCG Builders, composed of the following documents. Original and then the copy for original. The technical and financial for technical. Certificate of discharge valid until March 17, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date August 24, 2028. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date May 27, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date March 29, 2027. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid security declaration, organizational chart, list of key personnel with the equipment, duly signed obligation statement, and NFCC. For second bidder, Bicol Gold Rock, composed of the following documents. Original and then the copy. For original, the financial and technical. For technical, certificate of diligence are valid until January 10, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date February 8, 2006. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date October 23, 2025. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with the equipment, duly signed omnibus statement, and NFCC. For RD talents, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy. For original, financial and technical. For technical, certificate of diligence are valid until August 13, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date April 17, 2027. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date March 14, 2026. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date July 19, 2025. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus statement, and NFCC. For the last bidder, just builders composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy. For original, the financial and technical. For technical, certificate of PGEPs valid until July 5, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date July 16, 2028. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date February 17, 2026. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date December 11, 2025. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid securing declaration, org chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus sword statement, and NFCC.
Thank you, Sir Roy. Let's proceed with the opening of the financial document.
For first bidder, SGG Builders for financial component. The bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimate, and cash flow with a bid amount of 142,110,093 pesos and 96 centavos only. Again, 142,110,093.96 and no discount offered. For second bidder, Beacon Photograph composed of the following financial attachments. The bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 139,831,387 pesos and 88 centavos only. Again, 139,831,387.88 and no discount offered. For Ardit Allen, financial component. Bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 141,907,735 pesos and 03 cents only. Again, 141,907,735.03 and no discount offered. For the last bidder, Just Builders, composed of financial attachment. Bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 139,489,595 pesos and 49 centavos only. Again, 139,489,595 and 4.49 and no discount offered. That's all, Bakshir. Thank you.
So the lowest bid amount is 439,595 pesos and 49 cents only, with a variance of negative 2.05% of the ratio. Let us now proceed to our next contract.
For the third project, 25FD0073, construction of road at Sitio Boring, Talabangan, Sipocot, Camarines Sur. Approved budget for this contract, 142,981,256 pesos and 81 cents. Scope of works, construction of road, contract duration 216 calendar days, pickup license B to medium A for general engineering, and 50,000 pesos for tender documents.
Thank you, Sir Roy, for the TWA results. Let's have Sir
For the CWA result for 25 MDs. For the first bidder, Leica Construction Corporation, years permit, valid until December 31, 2025. Registration, valid until July 16, 2016. DEO tax clearance certificate, valid until December 19, 2025. Registration, valid until April 29, 2025. Class B participation, 51%. Pickup license, valid until January 31, 2027. Pickup registration, valid until May 21. Work experience, pass. NFCC, pass. This actually this first bidder is a joint venture. With joint venture with MLT Construction Corporation. With mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2025. With the SEC registration, valid until December 12, 2074. PIR tax clearance certificate, valid until February 14, 2026. With its registration, valid until February 19, 2026. Class B participation, 49%. Pickup license, valid until February 7, 2026. Pickup registration, valid until February 7, 2026. Work experience, pass. NFCC, pass. And for the second bidder, HGG Builders and Supply. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2025. DPI, valid until August 24, 2028. PIR tax clearance certificate, valid until May 27, 2025. With its registration, valid until March 17, 2026. Class B participation, 100%. Pickup license, valid until March 29, 2027. Pickup registration, valid until June 14, 2027. Work experience, pass. NFCC, pass. For the third bidder, Vehicle Goldra Construction Corporation. Mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2025. SEC registration, valid until January 14, 2029. PIR tax clearance certificate, valid until December 6, 2025. Buildings registration, valid until January 10, 2026. Class B participation, 100%. Pickup license, valid until October 23, 2025. Pickup registration, valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience, pass. NFCC, pass. And for the fourth and the last bidder, Spring Star Construction Supply. With mayor's permit, valid until December 31, 2025. DTI, valid until June 4, 2027. PIR tax clearance certificate, valid until May 24, 2025. With this registration, valid until June 8, 2025. Class B participation, 100%. Pickup license, valid until November 25, 2026. Pickup registration, valid until August 10, 2026. Work experience, failed. Reason and work experience category does not match to the contract profile for major work category. Work experience equal to 42.8% of the FCC or pass. That's all.
Mr. Richard, let's have the retrieval of the document. Let's now start the retail fee for 25 FCC 70. Time check is 11:03.
Thank you, Back Chair. For first pillar, we have a joint venture between Legacy Construction and MLT, composed of the following documents. The copy and then the original. For original, the technical and financial. For technical, for Legacy Construction Corporation Certificate of Projects, valid until April 29, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC Certificate, registration date July 16, 2016, Mayor's Permit, expiration date December 31, 2025, Tax Clearance, expiration date December 19, 2025, Audited Financial Statement and Pickup License with expiration date January 31, 2027. For MLT Construction Corporation Certificate of Projects, valid until February 19, 2026. For the list of eligible documents, SEC Certificate, registration date December 12, 2024, Mayor's Permit, expiration date December 31, 2025, Tax Clearance, expiration date February 14, 2026, Audited Financial Statement and Pickup License with expiration date February 7, 2026, as well as the SEC, list of ongoing projects, SLCC, Special Contractor License for the joint venture, pickup license, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus source statement, and NFCC. For SGG Builders and Supply, composed of the following documents: the original and then the copy. For original, the technical and financial. For technical, Certificate of PhilJEPs valid until March 17, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date August 24, 2028. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date May 27, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date March 29, 2027. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid security declaration, organizational chart, the key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus fund statement, and NFCC. For Bicol Gold Wrap, composed of the following documents: the original and then the copy for original, the financial and technical for technical, certificate of PhilJEPs valid until January 10, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date February 8, 2006. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date October 23, 2025. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus fund statement, and NFCC.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. Let's proceed with the opening of financial documents.
For first bidder, financial documents for joint venture Legacy Construction and MLT, composed of financial attachment. The bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimate, and cash flow with a bid amount of 140,034,883 pesos and 60 centavos only. Again, 140,034,883.60 with no discount offered. For SCG builders, for financial component, the bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 142,687,606 pesos and 69 centavos only. Again, 142,687,606.69 and no discount offered. For Bicol Gold Wrap, financial attachment. Bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 140,610,694 pesos only. Again, 140,610,694.00 and no discount offer. That's all, Cashier. Thank you.
So now let's bid amount of credit is 140,034,883 pesos and 60 cents only with a negative variance of 2.06%, submitted by a joint venture between Legacy Construction Corporation and MLC Construction Corporation. Let us now proceed with our next contract.
For the fourth project, 25FD0075, construction of Kalampinay Coastal Road, Sipocot, Camarines Sur. Approved budget for the contract, 144,315,238 pesos and 51 centavos. Scope of works, construction of coastal road. Contract duration, 237 calendar days. Pickup license, B to medium A for general engineering. Tender documents amounting to 50,000 pesos.
Thank you, Sir Roy. Let's have the eligibility results be read.
Eligibility results for contract by the D075. For the first bidder, DCI Construction and Development Corporation. Bills permit valid until December 31, 2025. Its registration valid until March 26, 2016. DIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 6, 2025. Its registration valid until December 27, 2025. Last registration 100%. Pickup license valid until December 16, 2026. Pickup registration valid until June 22, 2026. Work experience pass. LCC pass. For the second bidder, HKT Builders and Supply. Bills permit valid until December 31, 2025. EPI valid until August 4, 2028. The tax clearance certificate valid until May 27, 2025. Project registration valid until March 17, 2026. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until March 29, 2027. Pickup registration valid until June 14, 2027. Work experience pass. FCC pass. And for the third bidder, just builders. Bills permit valid until December 31, 2025. CPI valid until July 16, 2028. PIR tax clearance certificate valid until February 17, 2026. Bills registration valid until July 5, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until December 11, 2025. Pickup registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience pass. FCC pass. For the last bidder, AC Rivero Development Corporation. First permit valid until December 31, 2025. Second registration valid until March 16, 2042. DIR tax clearance certificate valid until October 14, 2025. Bills registration valid until July 15, 2025. For Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until August 8, 2026. Pickup registration valid until August 1, 2027. Work experience pass. NFCC pass. That's all I want to.
Thank you, Mr. Reaper. Let's have the receipt of the document, please. begin with the bid opening. Time check is 11:17.
For project 25 FD0075, first bidder DCI Construction composed of the following documents. Original and then the copy. For original, the technical and financial. For technical, certificate of field checks valid until December 27, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate registration date March 26, 2010. Mayor's permit expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance expiration date December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date December 16, 2026, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with the equipment, duly signed omnibus charge statement, and NFCC. For the second bidder, SGG Builders, composed of the following documents. Original and then the copy. For original, the technical and financial. For technical, certificate of field checks valid until March 17, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, DCI certificate, expiration date August 24, 2028. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date May 27, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date March 29, 2027, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus charge statement, and NFCC. For just builders, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy. For can you hold on for double checking? For original, we have the technical and financial. For technical, certificate of field checks valid until July 5, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date July 16, 2028. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date February 17, 2026. The audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date December 11, 2025, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid securing declaration, the organizational chart, key personnel, with equipment, duly signed omnibus sort statement, and NFCC. For the last bidder, AC Rivero, composed of the following documents: the original and then the copy for original, the technical and financial for technical, certificate of field jobs valid until July 15, 2025. Hold on for the list of eligible documents. Let's check the copy. Uh, oh.
Kulang siya sa page. Dapat 3 pages.
Why did you touch it? Mayor's permit. Due to incomplete documents, such as page 3, the field registration, and other attachments such as DTI cert, mayor's permit, hereby declare the technical proposal of EC Rivero Development Board. Let's proceed to the opening of financial documents.
For financial documents of first bidder, GCI Construction, bid 4, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 142,800,000 pesos only. Again, 142,800,000.00 and no discount offer. For SCG Builders, financial component. The big four. The bill of quantities. Detailed estimate and cash flow with a bid amount of 144,011,809 pesos and 97 centavos only. Again, 144,011,809.97 and no discount offered. For Just Builders, financial component. The big four. Bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 141,385,639 pesos and 16 centavos only. Again, 141,385,639.16 and no discount offered.
The lowest bid amount of credit is 141,385,639 pesos and 16 cents only, with a variance of negative 2.03% submitted by Just Builders. Let us now proceed to our next contract.
For fifth project, 2530-0076, construction of road Ani Sipocot Camarines Sur. Approved budget for the contract, 141,550,382 pesos and 19 centavos. Scope of works, construction of road, contract duration 12-15 calendar days. Pickup license B to medium A for general engineering. Tender documents of 50,000 pesos.
Let's have the TWA results given for research.
For DPWH result for 2530-0076. For the first bidder, GCI Construction and Development Corporation. Use permit valid until December 31, 2025. SEC registration valid until March 26, 2016. PIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 6, 2025. Buildings registration valid until December 27, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until December 16, 2026. Pickup registration valid until June 22, 2026. Work experience pass. NXCC pass. For the second bidder, Bicol Contract Construction Corporation. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. SEC registration valid until January 14, 2009. PIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 6, 2025. Buildings registration valid until January 10, 2026. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until October 23, 2025. Pickup registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience pass. NXCC pass. For the third bidder, Spring Star Construction and Supply. Mayor's permit valid until December 31, 2025. DTI valid until June 4, 2027. PIR tax clearance certificate valid until May 24, 2025. Buildings registration valid until June 3, 2025. Lastly, participation, 100%. Pickup license valid until November 25, 2026. Pickup registration valid until August 10, 2026. Work experience, pass. LFCC, pass. That's all for the eligibility. That's all for the project. And vaccine.
Okay, let us now proceed to the opening of this document. Time check is 11:33.
For first bidder, GCI Construction composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy or original. The technical and financial or technical. Certificate of diligence valid until December 27, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date March 26, 2010. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date December 16, 2026, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid security declaration, organizational chart, the key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus short statement, and NFCC. For vehicle gold draft, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy. For original, the financial and then the technical. For technical, certificate of reject valid until January 10, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date February 8, 2006. Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025. Tax clearance, expiration date December 6, 2025. Audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date October 23, 2025. As well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid security declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus short statement, and NFCC. For Screen Star, composed of the following documents. the original and then the copy for original, the financial and technical or technical, certificate of diligence valid until June 3, 2025. Hold on for the page 3 of 3 of the diligence, double checking. We will be double checking the copy. Control the 48 million. Largest percentage. Pero hindi pa ako so this is literature. So strike for work experience. One strike. Dapat consecutive similar violation. Dapat similar ang violation. Bago ka mag-reflect, dapat similar. Due to incomplete documents such as field depth, mayor's permit, CTI, etc., we declare spring start construction supply failed, or we proceed with the opening of the financial document. For financial component of our first speaker, the CTI construction, composed of the following attachments. The bid for bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 138,606,434 pesos only. Again, 138,606,434 606,434.00 and no discount offer. For Bicol Gold Wrap, for financial component, the big four, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 139,116,602 pesos only. Again, 139,116,602.00 and no discount offer. That's all.
Thank you, Sir Roy. The lowest bid amount as read is 138,606,424 pesos only with a negative variance of 2.08% submitted by GCI Construction and Development Company. We move on to our last contract for today, 25 FD00777.
Thank you, Bob Chair, for the last project, 25 FD00077, construction of coastal road, Barangay Barceloneta, Cabusao, Camarines Sur. Approved budget for the contract, 144,744,617 pesos and 89 centavos. Scope of works, construction of coastal road, contract duration 257 calendar days, pickup license B to medium A for general engineering, and 50,000 pesos for tender documents.
Research is free to
For the CW results for 25 FD00077. For the first bidder, GCI Construction and Development Corporation. Use permit valid until December 31, 2025. Check registration valid until March 26, 2016. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until December 6, 2025. Williams registration valid until December 27, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until December 16, 2026. Pickup registration valid until June 22, 2026. Work experience pass. Screen pass. For the second bidder, it's GP Builders and Supply. Years permit valid until December 31, 2025. DPI valid until August 24, 2028. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until May 27, 2025. Williams registration valid until March 17, 2026. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until March 29, 2027. Pickup registration valid until June 14, 2027. Work experience pass. LFCC pass. For the third bidder, Just Builders. Years permit valid until December 31, 2025. DPI valid until July 16, 2028. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until 17, 2026. Williams registration valid until July 5, 2025. Class B participation 100%. Pickup license valid until December 11, 2025. Pickup registration valid until May 10, 2027. Work experience pass. LFCC pass. For the fourth and the last bidder, AC Review Development Corporation. This will meet valid until December 31, 2025. Self registration valid until March 16, 2042. BIR tax clearance certificate valid until October 14, 2025. Williams registration valid until July 15, 2025. Lastly, participation 100%. Pickup license valid until August 8, 2026. Pickup registration valid until August 1, 2027. Work experience pass. LFCC pass. That's all. Pacheco for
Thank you, sir. Richard. I have the receiver of the company. Begin with the opening of bid. Time check is 11:48.
For Project 25FT0077, first bidder DCI Construction composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy for original. The technical and financial for technical. Certificate of Field Jobs valid until December 27, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, SEC certificate, registration date March 26, 2010, Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025, tax clearance, expiration date December 6, 2025, audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date December 16, 2026, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, bid security declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus fund statement, and NFCC. For the second bidder, SPG Builders and Supply, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy for original. The technical and financial for technical. Certificate of Field Jobs valid until March 17, 2026. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date August 24, 2028, Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025, tax clearance, expiration date May 27, 2025, audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date March 29, 2027, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid securing declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus fund statement, and NFCC for just builders composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy for original. The financial and technical for technical. Certificate of Field Jobs valid until July 5, 2025. For the list of eligibility documents, DTI certificate, expiration date July 16, 2028, Mayor's permit, expiration date December 31, 2025, tax clearance, expiration date February 17, 2026, audited financial statement and pickup license with expiration date December 11, 2025, as well as the list of ongoing projects, SLCC, pickup license, bid security declaration, organizational chart, key personnel with equipment, duly signed omnibus sworn statement, and NFCC. For the last bidder, AC Rivero, composed of the following documents. The original and then the copy for original, the technical and financial for technical, certificate of filials valid until July 15, 2025 for the list of eligibility documents. Double checking, hold on. For the copy, we will be double checking the copy of the said contractor bidder. The technical, will be turned over to the
AC Rivero therefore failed to submit the required technical attachment. So let us proceed with the opening of financial documents.
For the financial documents, the first bidder we have DCI Construction. Bid 4, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 143,300,000 pesos only. Again, 143,300,000.00, and no discount offered. For SGG Builders, financial component, the bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 144,428,804 pesos and 77 centavos only. Again, 144,428,804.77 and no discount offered. For Just Build Builders, financial proposals, the bid form, bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow with a bid amount of 141,777,353 pesos and 21 centavos only. Again, 141,777,353.21 and no discount offered. That's all, Master.
Thank you, Mr. Roy. The lowest bid amount of credit is 141,777,353 pesos and 21 centavos only, with a variance of negative 2.05% submitted by Just Build Builders. So documents with the lowest bid amount of credit are subject for evaluation of bids and post-qualification of the bidder on April 4 and 10, 2025 respectively at 8:30 in the morning. Does anyone have further questions regarding this matter?
Yes, sir.
Questions being none, as a back chairperson, I hereby declare the opening of bid adjourned at exactly 11:57. the board. Thank you.